What if everything you believe about your individual mind is completely wrong? Today, we're diving into one of quantum physics' most radical ideas, one that could completely change how you see yourself and reality. Erwin Schrödinger wasn't just the genius behind quantum mechanics' most famous equation. This Austrian physicist, Nobel Prize winner in 1933, had insights that went far beyond mathematical formulas. While most scientists focused purely on particles and waves, Schrödinger asked bigger questions. What does quantum physics tell us about consciousness itself? Born in 1887 in Vienna, he revolutionized our understanding of atomic behavior with his wave equation. But here's what's fascinating. His scientific discoveries led him down a completely unexpected path into philosophy and spirituality. Schrödinger's quantum world revealed something bizarre. Particles exist in multiple states simultaneously until observed. Two particles can be instantly connected across vast distances. The very act of observation changes reality. This wasn't just abstract physics to him. These discoveries raised profound questions. If the fundamental building blocks of reality behave this way, what does that mean for consciousness? How can we understand the mind in a quantum universe? The interconnected nature of quantum particles suggested something revolutionary. Maybe reality itself is far more unified than we ever imagined. And if that's true, what about consciousness? Here's where Schrödinger diverged from mainstream science. While his peers tried to explain consciousness as brain chemistry, neurons firing, synapses connecting, he saw a deeper mystery. Think about your own awareness right now. You're not just processing information like a computer. You're experiencing something. That's the redness of red, the feeling of understanding, the sense of being you. How does mere matter create this inner world? Schrödinger argued that consciousness couldn't be reduced to brain activity alone. Instead, he proposed something radical, a period. Consciousness might be fundamental to reality itself, not just a byproduct of complex brains. Drawing from quantum mechanics and ancient wisdom traditions, Schrödinger embraced what philosophers call monism, the idea that all existence stems from one source. Imagine the ocean and its waves. Each wave appears separate, with its own height, speed, and direction. But every wave is actually the same ocean, temporarily expressing itself in different forms. Schrödinger suggested consciousness works similarly. What we experience as individual minds might be like those waves, temporary expressions of one universal consciousness. This wasn't mystical speculation for him. It was a logical extension of quantum interconnectedness. This idea wasn't entirely new. Ancient Vedantic philosophy, mystical traditions, and indigenous wisdom keepers had long spoken of consciousness as singular and universal. But Schrödinger brought scientific rigor to these concepts. His quantum mechanics revealed a universe where everything is interconnected, where observation and reality are inseparable, where the boundaries between observer and observed blur. These findings seem to support ancient insights about the unity of existence. Modern physics was catching up to ancient wisdom, suggesting that separation might be the real illusion. According to Schrödinger, our sense of being isolated individuals is like an optical illusion. We feel separate because of our limited perception, not because separation is real. Consider this. Period. Your thoughts arise in consciousness. But where exactly is this consciousness located? In your brain? Throughout your body? The more precisely you try to locate it, the more elusive it becomes. Schrödinger suggested that consciousness isn't produced by individual brains, but rather expressed through them. Like sunlight passing through different colored windows, one consciousness might appear as many individual minds. If this is true, the implications are staggering. Every interaction becomes more meaningful because you're not encountering strangers, but different expressions of the same fundamental awareness. Your thoughts and actions ripple through a connected field of consciousness. Compassion becomes natural because harming others literally means harming aspects of yourself. Personal growth becomes cosmic growth because developing your consciousness contributes to universal consciousness. This perspective doesn't diminish individual responsibility. It amplifies it. Every choice matters because you're participating in the evolution of consciousness itself. Today's neuroscientists are rediscovering these insights. Studies of meditation show how individual brain boundaries can dissolve during deep states. Psychedelic research reveals unified consciousness experiences that mirror Schrödinger's ideas. Quantum biology suggests that quantum effects might indeed play roles in consciousness. The hard problem of consciousness, explaining subjective experience, remains unsolved by purely materialist approaches. Perhaps Schrödinger was ahead of his time, pointing toward a more complete understanding of mind and reality. So how do we live with this perspective? Start by noticing the interconnectedness already present in your experience. Your thoughts arise from and dissolve into awareness. Your sense of self changes constantly, yet something remains constant. The aware presence witnessing these changes. Practice seeing beyond surface differences to recognize the shared consciousness in others. Meditation, contemplation, and mindful living can help you experience this unity directly, rather than just thinking about it intellectually. Schrödinger showed us that consciousness might not be what we think it is. Instead of separate minds in isolated skulls, we might be waves in an ocean of awareness, distinct but never separate, individual but fundamentally unified. What if recognizing this changes everything? What if you're not just watching this video, but universal consciousness is exploring itself through your awareness right now? The question isn't whether this is true. It's whether you're ready to explore what it might mean for your life.